I'd do anything for her. She's my best friend. If you had any friends of your own, you'd understand what that feels like.
Oh, hello. This is Artistic we've been doing here. Welcome back to Corpse Factory. And if you hear any like boom booms or anything like that, I'm sorry. That's out of my control because, you know, construction and all that stuff. I did some tests. It doesn't look like it's getting picked up, but you never know. Anyway, let's continue where we left off with this. Coming the steps to my apartment was always such a chore. I wish I'd move into a building with an elevator, but I simply couldn't afford to when I first moved out on my own last year. These old apartment buildings creak and groan when you ascend the stairs. On top of that, you can hear the bustling of other people within their tiny homes as you progress up each floor. There's always a slight whiff of mold or mildew whenever I ascend the stairs. Ugh. I want to chalk it up to the fact that the building is old, but it is possible some of the residents here don't keep their apartments very clean. At the very least, this neighborhood is decent. I feel safe in my home, even if it is small and cramped. My neighbors are respectful, from what I can tell, not that I really know them at all. In fact, the only neighbors I have regular contact with are the very same ones I leech Wi-Fi from. Some middle-aged divorced guy named Kenji who lives on the floor below me, and his daughter Moa. Kenji's a decent enough guy. He works overnight, which unfortunately means Moa is at home alone a lot in the evenings. Moa is a sweet girl, perhaps 6 or 7 years old. Occasionally I hear her singing drift up into my apartment, but it doesn't bother me too much. She's just a kid. It's the very same Kenji and Momo that I bump into when I'm climbing the stairs this evening.
Oh, good evening.
Hello. Mama.
Hello.
Oh wait, she's holding a little cat. Or is that her? Oh, oh no, her outfit is a cat. Okay.
We're just on our way to get some dinner. Isn't that right, Momo?
Yes. That sounds nice. I hope you have a good meal.
Thank you. Say, are you feeling okay? You look like you've been in some trouble. There's dirt or something all over that side of your face.
Yeah, well, I took my head, raised your hand to my cheek. Sure enough, dry muck has blended into my makeup and caked over my face. It seems like my eyeliner is smeared as well. This is from what I feel in the bathroom. Damn it, have I looked like this all day?
Oh, right.
I try to make up some lies so Kenji doesn't worry about me.
I actually fell asleep on the train home, and I guess the seats were kind of dirty.
Is that so?
You should wash your face and do your makeup again. I can help if you like.
Oh, so precious. I can't help but smile slightly at Momo's generous offer.
Thank you, Momo. I'll be sure to wash up and make myself look nice again. You should go have dinner with your dad.
The girl nods resolutely.
Well, I hope you're okay at any rate. Have you been working hard at the bank?
Oh, actually, I just work at the head office for the bank, so...
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Data something, right?
Yeah, data entry. It's a bit dull, but I'm happy enough.
That's good. That's very good. I know it's hard for kids like you to get good work in this economy. When you find a job like that, you really have to hold on to it. When I was your age, I could only find cleaning work. I must have had a dozen different janitorial jobs before I met Momo's mother.
I've blinked a couple times. It's not like I talk to this guy often, really. We hardly know each other. Though I've never heard him actually mention Momo's mother before, most of the things I know about him I've just pieced together from context.
Mom?
Of course, things are different now. I have Momo, and her mother isn't around anymore. Cleaning work doesn't cut it these days. I was really lucky to get into security. It means I can work overnight while Momo sleeps, and I can still take her to school every day.
Security, of course, now I remember. You didn't mention when we first met what he does for a living. If memory serves, he works for a private security company. I assume he guards corporate offices or parking lots, something like that.
Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Hold on to a job if you like it. That's very important.
Thank you. I'm happy at Temujin, so I plan to stay there.
Very good. Oh, Momo was telling me earlier what she wants to do when she grows up. Weren't you, Momo?
Dad?
Come on now. Tell Naruko what you want to be.
A scientist.
Wow, a scientist. That's a great job.
Yes, it is.
I'll be rooting for you, Momo.
The girl blushes and hides behind her dad.
She's inherited her mother's book smarts, I'm certain. She definitely didn't get her brain from me.
Oh.
Anyway, we're gonna get going. Enjoy your evening, Narco.
Thank you, you too. Bye-bye, Momo.
Bye-bye.
Two of them bow their heads and follow the rest of the stairs down. I continue up the next flight of stairs, reach the landing, and then turn the corner to enter my own apartment. Place is dark because I always make sure to cut the lights before I leave. I can't afford to leave any electricity running. My rent chews through most of my salary as it is. I flick on the lights and feel relief as the living room illuminates. My faithful couch and TV emerge from the shadows, and I immediately feel at home. After throwing my keys and bag to the coffee table, I slump down on the couch. What a day. I have an overwhelming urge to pull out my laptop and check my website for new requests, but my body's needs come first and desperate for a hot shower. I need to cleanse my face, scrape the paint out from underneath my nails, and I definitely have to slip into a set of, oh, what did you do? Whatever happened to the bathroom today took its toll on my body and my clothes. Well, the night is young, I can relax later. For now, it's time to start scrubbing. You're not going to show it, are you? Okay, thank you. I'd really would rather not have to censor. The convenience store is a little more crowded than usual. The mundane chatter of business people, students, and workers buzzes in the air like a swarm of relentless flies. Throughout the drone of mingled conversations, I happen to catch a few interesting words here and there.
Have you seen that one website? What do you mean by request a death?
My lips curl into a half smile, half snarl.
Since he always cheats, I thought I might upload his photo.
And you think Corpse Girl really exists?
To hear so many people talking about Corpse Girl's website, it's hard to say that because it's Corpse Girls, because it's like in both ends in S, and the S sound, so it's hard to say it. Talking about Corpse Girl's website is enough to make my nerves tingle. However, I know they're not talking about it because of Kane Tsuramaki's death. As far as I can tell, her death wasn't reported to the news as a suspicious case. The only source of information I could locate was her obituary, and that didn't mention anything about foul play, so there's no way anyone could know about that Corpse Girl was involved. People are talking about the website in the same way they always have. Like it's just an interesting topic of conversation, an icebreaker, one of those things you tell your friends to entertain them. And therein is my issue with the website as a topic of conversation. It's just an urban legend, a point of discussion that inevitably fizzles out and is forgotten. People talk about it, people visit the website out of curiosity, but very few people take action and request a death. That's the part that annoys me. If people don't actively participate, how can I prove myself to the world? How can Corpse Girl claim her victims if there are no victims to be claimed? As long as the website is simply a talking point, a myth, an icebreaker, then Corpse Girl's ambitions will remain unfulfilled. To be fair, I haven't provided a compelling reason for people to take the website seriously. The death toll is humiliating low. I need to ramp it up and set up my game for Corpse Girl's sake. Until I manage to do that, people will continue to simply discuss the website in hushed tones like it's some taboo fantasy that shouldn't be spoken of. But with some more time and some more victims, soon everyone will know the fear of Corpse Girl. Thanks to the constant drone in the convenience store, I barely registered the quiet melody of a ringtone. Eventually, my ears become keen enough to pick it out, and I answer my phone.
Hey. Good morning, Noriko. Is this a bad time?
Not at all. I'm at the convenience store.
Oh, good. I wanted to catch you before work.
No worries. I actually meant to call you yesterday, but the day got away from me.
That's okay. I
No,
wanted
she doesn't
to
know yet.
ask if you spoke to Shinya yet?
Right, she hasn't told Aoi about.
I sure did. Guess what?
What?
You got the
You
job.
start work on Monday. You'll be doing data entry with me. We might even get to sit near each other.
Oh my gosh. Really? Are you telling the truth?
Of course. When have I ever lied to you?
Oh, Noriko. I'm so excited. Thank you. Thank you so much. Does this mean I can quit the maid cafe now?
Yes, get away from that creep.
Yep. Quit today if you can.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you.
Aoi, are you crying?
I'm just I'm so happy.
Making Aoi so overwhelmingly happy feels really good. I care so much for this girl. Her happiness is vital to me.
I owe you so much. And Shinya, too. I know. I'll buy him a gift to give him on my first day. Do you think he'll like that?
Yeah, I'm sure he will. That's a great idea, Aoi.
Oh, but Tomoe, I think it's Tomoe. Tomoe might get jealous if you do that.
What does he like?
I managed to spill the answer to that without having to think twice.
Crime novels.
Oh, really? Oh, his dad is a detective, right? Okay, I can get something like that. Right now, I'm going to march into the cafe and quit.
You tell him. Good luck, kid.
Okay, bye, Noriko.
The call ends and I smile. I always sounded so happy. I'm really glad that I could help her out. She deserves to be happy. Barely have time to select a can of coffee from the line of refrigerated shelves before my phone rings again.
Huh? Aoi?
Sorry to call again, Noriko. I just, something was bugging me, so...
What's up?
Did I, this is going to sound stupid. Did I thank you for getting me the job?
Oh, yeah, you did. A few times, I think.
Okay, phew.
No.
I just wanted to check. It was bothering me, and I didn't want to come off as ungrateful, so... you know what? Just to make sure. Thank you, Noriko. Okay, I'm going now, really. Bye-bye.
Bye, Aoi.
If something happens to Aoi, I will riot. She is so precious. The call ends and my brow furrows. That was strange, but maybe not so strange for Aoi. I guess she really wanted to be polite. I shrugged it off and turned to selecting my coffee for the day. It was a little weird, though, when that happened. The office atmosphere is unusually somber when I exit the elevator. There are fewer people around than normal. Some executives I rarely see in this level are hovering around in one of the glass screen cubicles on one side of the floor. I spy Shinya sitting at his desk, talking quietly on the phone. He's nodding and bowing a lot, despite the fact that whoever is on the other side end of the call can't see him. I would ask somebody what's going on, but nobody seems to notice me arriving. I shuffle my way to my desk and sit down. I spend some time looking over a spreadsheet, today's task. After going through it thoroughly, Shinya arrives in front of my desk, seemingly out of breath.
Noriko, has anyone filled you in yet?
Oh, no. I got some bad feelings about this all. It's getting too bright outside. Because I'm actually recording this a little bit later in the day.
No, what's going on? Why is half the office empty?
Did they get laid off?
Well, you see, somebody within the company died yesterday.
Oh.
Oh? Somebody we know?
Shinya shakes his head slowly, his expression gravely serious.
Nobody you would have interacted with. She was an exec, up on the 21st floor. Apparently, she never showed up yesterday, but her coworkers just assumed she was taking a personal day.
Wait a minute.
People started getting the news in the afternoon. She was involved in some sort of accident, and now she's...
Wait a minute.
Dead?
Shinya glares at me, his narrow pupils seemingly accusing me of being tactless.
Yes. Dead.
So, I mean, I get it's a tragedy and all, but how does this explain where everyone is today?
You should have received an email sent out by HR this morning. Basically, everyone is being offered professional grief counseling.
Okay.
Seriously?
I thought it had been like something worse, like someone people being laid off over suspicion, or...
I think some people are taking up the offer, but I suspect some other employees are using the opportunity to skip out on work. Regardless, what happened to Miss Tsurumaki was a tragedy.
Yep.
So unexpected.
There it is. I blink a few times, getting ready to turn back to my computer. Miss Tsurumaki.
Wait, what was her name?
Huh? Ms. Tsurumaki. It should be in the email. She had a young daughter and everything. It's really sad.
Akane Tsurumaki. Though I've never met her before, her face appears in my mind with startling clarity. Self-asphyxiation and accident. She worked here. I can scarcely believe it. It's true that this is a massive company with thousands of employees Japan-wide, but still, for her to work in the very same building as me, it's too coincidental. It doesn't feel right. Would I have gone through with killing her if I knew she worked in my building? This scenario creates more questions than answers. The person that requested her death, do they also work here? It would have to be somebody who knows her well enough to want her dead. Odds are high that they work here as well.
You okay?
I realized that I'd been spacing out and returned back to Shinya.
Yeah, sorry. Just thinking is all.
Well, grief affects us all in different ways. I think. The details for the counseling sessions are in the email. Be sure to take up the company's offer if you think it'll help. As for me, I think I'll be okay. Some quiet reflection on the matter should help clear my head.
Sure, okay.
Plus, I have a date with Tomoe to look forward to.
Oh, is she?
It's important to look ahead in times like these, isn't it? I think I read that somewhere.
Where is she? Oh, where is Tomoe? I guess she took the day off.
Ugh, yeah, that's what they say.
Very well then. Do your best today, okay?
Right.
Shinya takes his leave and I let my shoulders slump. I killed someone from my office building, but I didn't know that at the time. Could my involvement be traced? No, I was careful to cover my tracks and delete the photos from my computer, discarded the burner phone SIM card, and trashed the phone itself. There's no way anyone would find out I was involved. Besides, I don't even know if authorities are treating the case as a murder. As far as general information goes, it would seem like it truly is being treated as an accident. I'm in the clear. I know I am. However, I sure would like to uncover the identity of the person who requested Tsurumaki's death. The thought that it could be someone I work with makes me way too curious. Okay, now it's just curiosity for her now. Despite work being eventful this morning, the rest of the day passed quietly. Even Tomoe kept a distance from me. I wonder if I scared her off when I casually mentioned reporting her to the police. So, oh wait, is this her? Oh right, I remember seeing that at the beginning. The desk, our makeup counter desk, whatever. I remember seeing that. So yeah, this is her room. Oh, what kind of plushie is that? Not that I actually would report her, that would lead to the police getting mixed up in my life, and I can't really have that considering my moonlighting occupation. Especially now that I know I have a connection to Tsurumaki. I brush my hair in front of the mirror in my bedroom, I remove my makeup and reveal the ever so faint bruise on my cheek, the fading token of my fight with Tomoe. She still has the bruise. Still tonight is rather cold. I decide to snuggle up under the covers in bed with my laptop. I crawl into bed and pull the plush blankets up over myself. The warmth and softness is immediately comforting, and I have to fight the urge not to fall asleep here now. To keep myself awake, I check the requests on my website. I'm pleasantly surprised to find there are 2 new requests, 2 in one day. My heart begins to race, and I quickly open the messages. The first message reads, request details. Today, 11:14 a.m. local time. Victim's phone. Redacted. Image attachment not found. Image attachment? I thought I'd configure the website to reject requests unless an image is attached. This is really irritating. I hustle for nothing. It takes me a second to remember that there's another request waiting. My optimism renewed. I hurriedly clicked into the unread message. Details today, 5:06 p.m. Victim's phone. Downloading image attachments. Yes, this request has been submitted correctly. The image is loading before my eyes. The new victim is male, early 20s. He's fit and athletic looking. His clothes is casual, so it's impossible to infer what kind of work he does. The photo of him is pretty simple. I don't know if he uses it for his noise profile or if it's an ID photo of some sort. Either way, he looks like a happy person. Not so I pretend I can't guess at the reasons this guy is wanted dead. Perhaps an ex has submitted his details after a bad breakup or a jealous sibling wants him out of the picture. People's motivations are purely selfish. Requesting the death of somebody is guaranteed to be motivated by self-interest. So why did somebody want Tsurumaki dead? She was so plain looking, so uninteresting. She didn't look like she was capable of even thinking about wronging somebody. Did somebody want revenge on her, or did someone really find her so dull that the thought of removing her from the planet seemed appealing? I returned to my own thoughts and returned to the task at hand. Dwelling on past victim won't do me any good if I want to continue my streak of success. This new guy is attractive, but it's almost a shame to have to chop him up. Well, we'll get what's coming to us, no sense in trying to avoid scarring the pretty face. Beauty is superficial anyway, I know that all as well as anyone. No one deserves to be spared just because they're good looking. Beautiful people should suffer as much as anyone else. Beautiful people do suffer as much as anyone else. Take Gaia, for example. She's gorgeous, absolutely stunning, and definitely my type. But she suffers endlessly at the hands of cruel suckers and patrons. Everyone suffers, beautiful or not. We all cop the crap we're dealt. So why fuss over a beautiful corpse? This guy or Aoi, or even Tomoe on a good day, beautiful people die the same way as the average person. The guy on my computer screen probably doesn't really deserve to die. I think there's some petty reason for his death has been requested, but I take all requests seriously. I won't turn a single one down. Corpse Girl's convictions will pave the way to her fame. With a smirk and a look at my lips, I get to work. I got a nice clear photo here, so I can go all out on the request. I head up the DD, the database of deceased, and spend some time selecting the suitable base image. I hesitate between choosing an image of a corpse with a knife in its throat or a body soaking in a bloody bathtub with its wrist slit. Either image would do just fine, but I really want something special for this latest victim. After all, I have to top my last success, right? Another 5 or 10 minutes pass until I gasp at coming across the perfect photo. Thanks to my clever use of tags and filters in the DD, this image matches the victim's description perfectly. 20 to 30 years old, athletic build, male. The corpse's legs are severed below the knee. Bloody stumps leak their vital fluids from on high. Oh god. The body is hanging from a set of power. Oh my god. Power lines on some suburban streets. It's perfect, beautiful even. It will help me create a beautiful death for a beautiful person. I kind of have to question the story behind this photo. I wonder if the police ever investigated and discovered what happened to this sucker. Well, regardless, this will serve as my purpose. I download the highest resolution copy available and save it to my hard drive. My fingers trace along the computer's trackpad with practice movements, clicking, tapping, dragging at random intervals. The night carries on. My walk through the train station this morning is confident, cocky, self-assured. When I board the train, I even managed to get a seat for the first time in a while. I will throw one book from my handbag and flip open the cover. There's a name scrawled on the blue ballpoint pen on the first page, but it has become faded and illegible over time. Don't quite remember where I picked up this book. Maybe I discovered it at a second-hand bookshop. Who knows? I own so many obscure tomes that I can't be expected to recall purchasing every single one. Its aged cover and withered spine both bear the same title. Fausse Photographie, a comprehensive history of photo manipulation. Alright. The book is written in English and is a slog to work through with my limited knowledge of that language, but I like to skim through it primarily for the photographs contained within. The examples of early image doctoring from centuries ago fascinates me. The book even features techniques and studies as recent as 1993 when it was first published. It's true that a lot of the techniques discussed within are no longer relevant to today's digital age. However, there's a hearty section dedicated to the art of manipulating corpse photos, something that I am indeed very, very interested in. The most intriguing aspect of this section's content is that the featured artists perform the opposite kind of work that I do. Instead of manipulating images of the living to make them appear dead, the artists in the book edit images of the dead in order to make them look alive once more. In bygone eras, when photographs of people were taken few and far between, a sect of artists dedicated themselves to honoring the memories of the deceased. They did this by making the photos taken upon death look beautiful and full of life. These photos were gifted to family members and loved ones. The tradition makes sense. Imagine if you lost someone dear to you and you had no photographs of them. Wouldn't it be wonderful to receive one last memento, a beautiful image of the way you remember them? Instead of using makeup to beautify a corpse, these artists applied paintbrush and pen directly to a photograph, seemingly bringing the deceased back to life. I feel like this is going to come back for some reason. The impressive aspect of the process is the way they illustrated the corpse's eyes to look full of life. Even though it's a far cry from the work I do, I can't help but feel some sort of kinship with the artists discussed in this book. Surely we are cut from the same cloth. Browsing through the images in this book inspired me to work hard on my own photo editing. Many of the pictures are in black and white, but to me, that only drives home how impressive these old techniques were. I finished flipping through a chapter and closed the book. I hold the tattered tome close to my chest and breathe a sigh of satisfaction.
The next station is Shinjuku. The doors on the right side will open. Please change here for the Chuo line, the Shonan Shinjuku line, the Saikyo line.
I quickly stuff the book in my handbag and get ready to disembark the train. When I'm sure nobody's looking, carefully open the lid of the large dumpster in front of me. Scent of rotten food and who knows what else assaults my senses, and I reflexively gag and splutter. The staff at the convenience store really needs to seal their trash in plastic bags before tossing it in here.
Ugh, this is disgusting. I have to stop doing this.
The raised open lid locks into place at a 45-degree angle, allowing my now free hand to retrieve a small black object from my handbag. It's a flip phone, a cheap plastic thing with a shiny charcoal finish. I open it up and tap on the retro tactile keys, confirming that I completely deleted all sent messages and photos. Nodding to myself, satisfied that I've covered my tracks, I eject the battery from the back of the casing, toss it into the dumpster. And snap the phone in half along the hinge, subverting the screen from the keypad. The screen crunches into pieces with a satisfying kitch. Underneath my shoes, I retrieve the smashed parts from the asphalt, careful not to prick my finger on the sharp glass. With hardly a glance, I unceremoniously launched the broken parts of the phone into the dumpster. I clap my hands together to dust them off, then shut the dumpster lid and hurry away. I settled between the brick wall of the convenience store and a narrow metal railing intended to keep people like me away from the dumpsters. Now in front of the convenience store, I finally feel I can breathe deeply without fear of inhaling the toxic contents of the dumpster. I let my lungs take their fill before nonchalantly crossing the street. That takes care of my latest burner phone. Before leaving the office building, I cracked the SIM card in half and disposed of it in the combustible trash. Now with the phone itself destroyed and discarded at a different location, my mind is at ease. It has been less than 24 hours since I messaged my latest victim, that athletic guy that I may have briefly fantasized about during my restless slumber. My general rule of thumb is to keep a burner phone for exactly 24 hours after sending a photo. However, I made an exception today. I wanted to discard the photo early, clear my anxiety, and get a full night's rest tonight. Besides, it's not like anyone ever replies to the messages I send. I love it if they did, but it is what it is. So really, there's no point in holding on to the evidence of my wrongdoing for longer than necessary. If memory serves, I wrote tomorrow's date on the latest victim's timestamp, May 30th, 10:31 a.m. Nuka may decide to kill himself today, of course. He could end up just like Akane Tsurumaki. But if he's anything like her, he'll hold out until just a few hours before the designated time. He'll let panic and fear boil and build inside him until he just can't take it anymore. Or someone else will come along and end it all for him. I can't be sure. So I don't know what happened to Ruri Hasno. Did she kill herself or did someone else snuff out her life? Either way, I'll start researching obituaries tomorrow. I'm confident that this will be another successful request. If it is, I'll truly be on a winning streak. With butterflies in my stomach, I cross the road. On my route home, I usually like to trek through the small park close to my apartment, provided the weather's decent. I avoid the park in the mornings, as a lot of people walk their dogs, and I can't risk my allergies flaring up before I reach the office. In the evening, the park is much emptier. I suppose I finish work a bit earlier than most people, so while everyone else is busy, I can enjoy the fresh air and scenery. I make my way along the neat, broad dirt path that connects one side of the park to the other. Wooden benches line the path at regular intervals, and at this time of the evening, it's common to see a homeless person or two using a bench as a resting place. I'd say there's more homeless people than the general population would care to admit. I try not to think of it as I walk by every day. I already know that many people have it worse off than I do, but there's not exactly anything I can do to help, right? Should I be giving these people money that I can't afford to spare? Wouldn't I just end up homeless as well? Not exactly broke, but I live month to month on my salary. It's expensive to live on the outskirts of Akihabara. Commuting to Shinjuku every day isn't exactly cheap either. Then you add in electricity bill, phone, food. I mean, I don't eat unless I have to, but I'd starve if I didn't buy a meal every other day. Don't even get me started on the cost of the coffee I drink. If I'm lucky, I can score a can for 100 yen, but more often than not, I'm paying up to 150 for a single can. Even if I were to buy canned coffee in bulk from one of those huge variety stores like Don Quixote, I'd still only save a handful of loose change. I wouldn't have to access the familiar selection I get at the convenience store. I'm just thankful that I don't go out for drinks after work like most of my colleagues. If I had to buy a few rounds of beer every week, my bank account would definitely dry up. By avoiding that kind of group outing, not only do I save money, but I'm also not forced to spend more time around people. It's a win-win situation. Realizing I'm trudging along the path at a snail's pace, I tell myself to speed up my gait. Toward the exit of the park, the silhouettes of two people on a bench come into view. The sound of laughter carries on the wind, and I can't help but feel like I've heard those voices before. As I draw closer, a sinking sensation clutches at my stomach. I merely get the urge to turn around, but I'm so close to home.
Aha! It's Noriko! Fancy seeing her here.
Okay.
Noriko's here.
Tomoe and Shinya. Tomoe glares and flips her long hair beside her ear with a shit-eating grin on her face. Shinya looks like kind of out of place outside of the office. His face is filtered by an especially uncomfortable expression. I start to wonder why these two are here, but then I finally recall that time I did mention that they were going on a date on Friday night. I suppose it's just my bad luck that they would run into them on the way home. Though, what are they doing here in Akihabara? It does seem that Tomoe came here on purpose just to spite me.
On your way home?
Uh-huh. How's your, date?
We're having a blast. Right, Chen?
Yes, of course. A great time.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if Tomoe has been dragging Shinya along against his will.
Okay, well, I'll leave you to it.
Hey, we're gonna grab some chicken. Why don't you come with us?
No thanks.
I can't think of any worse way to spend an evening than eating with Tomoe.
Please come with us, Noriko.
Shinya has a dejected look on his face. It's pitiful, but he brought this date on himself. Why should I have to bail him out?
Sorry, I've got things to do tonight.
Are you sure you're not just avoiding eating? Afraid to gain a bit of fat?
I honestly don't know what to say to that.
Say, Shin, you ever seen Noriko eat anything?
Well, now that you mention it, she never seems to eat at the office.
I eat at home, if that's okay with you.
It's not completely a lie. Sometimes I eat at home, sometimes I don't eat at all.
Come on, come get some chicken with us. You can throw it back up or whatever afterwards if it makes you feel better.
She's starting to get on my nerves. That's why she tries to identify my flaws and insecurities just so she can rub them in my face.
Tomoe, you're not being very nice to Noriko. Aren't you two supposed to be friends?
Well,
We're besties. Besties talk shit to each other, right, Noriko?
Right.
Huh. Fascinating.
Anyway, I'm going now. See you on Monday.
Okay. See you then.
Buzzkill. She's such a drag.
I let Tomoe's words hang in the air as I walk past her. I'm pretty annoyed that she dragged Shinya all the way here just to taunt me. Is this her idea of a good date? Does she care about Shinya at all, or is this whole thing just to annoy me? Tomoe dating Shinya doesn't even get under my skin. I don't have feelings for him at all. What does get on my nerves is the simple fact that Tomoe is trying so hard to get on my nerves. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if I could carry on my way home without one final interruption. Tomoe calls out to me again.
Your friend Aoi is gonna start work with us on Monday, yeah? How fun! I can't wait to meet a friend of Noriko's.
Oh no. Oh god, this is... I grimace. I suppose Shinya told her about that. I turned back to face them both.
Don't even think about messing with Aoi. That girl has dealt with enough crap at her last job.
Oh, has she? Maybe big, strong Noriko can protect her now.
I'd do anything for her. She's my best friend. If you had any friends of your own, you'd understand what that feels like.
Oh.
Well, I got plenty of friends. And only some of them are sluts like you.
Yeah. I'm going.
Finally managed to disengage from the conversation, even with Tomoe's mocking laugh piercing the air. I exit the park and cross the road and walk down the block leading to my apartment. Tomoe, I have a wonder if that girl exists solely to irritate me. I have to tell myself she's not worth my time. I can't let her taunts get to me. Grin and bear it, as to say that's what stoic, unflinching Noriko would do. Running a hand through my hair, I smile and approach my apartment building. librarians on Saturdays. I spent all morning trying unsuccessfully to calm my nerves. I'm anxious about finding out whether my latest victim has perished this afternoon now, so the time written on his photo has passed. If my work was successful, I should know soon enough. I've already set up an obituary news alert on my phone to keep me informed. Instead of sitting at home all day and waiting for my phone to go off, I decided to visit an old favorite hangout. Public libraries don't get the credit they deserve in this age. They're quiet, calm, soothing. I can sit here for hours for free and just get lost in different worlds. Plus, they always carry works by my favorite authors. Sometimes the librarians are even kind enough to recommend titles that might fit my taste. I don't feel judged here. Nobody looks at me and mocks my clothing or my makeup. Nobody looks at me and asks if I've had enough to eat lately. Nobody makes fun of me, that lonely girl in the corner reading Lovecraft and calmly stroking her hair. Every so often, I put my books aside and check my phone out of habit. So no alerts. Have I miscalculated something? Did my latest photo not look convincing or damning enough to inspire suicide or murder? I find myself growing increasingly anxious and impatient.
Cthulhu, huh? You a Lovecraft nerd?
Kojiro. I blinked twice and looked up at the strange man standing over me.
Huh?
Sauce. Didn't mean to interrupt.
Sauce.
Notice you're reading Lovecraft. Huh. In Japanese, too. Didn't know this book had been translated.
Yeah. My English isn't great, so I read the translated versions.
That's mad. Do they translate esoteric names? Can't imagine Cthulhu being easy to write in kanji.
Why does Kojiro sound familiar?
Well, it's written in katakana, so...
Of course. Kojiro.
The man extends his hand, and I can't tell if he wants me to shake it or pass him my book.
What?
I'm Kojiro. You?
God, he sounds so familiar.
Noriko Kurosawa.
Nice. Just Kojiro for me. No last name. Call me Koji.
You don't have a last name?
I gotta look this up. Hold on. Oh my god, it is. And why did I not recognize Noriko? Why did I not recognize Noriko's? Noriko is Erica. Kojiro is exactly who I thought it was. Alex Lee. Tomoe is Faye Mata. Oh, so many people that I know of voicing in this game. That is awesome. Awesome.
Used to. Lost it. Fire, you know. I'm just Kojiro now.
This guy is weird. His clothes smell like they've been stashed in the back of a closet for a decade or two. His face is unshaven and his eyes are scarcely clear and focused despite being masked by a pair of thick glasses.
Didn't mean to keep you. Saws again. I'm looking for Nobel Sinclair. He around here?
I don't know. Who?
Writer guy? Did that book about befriending the dead? The librarian told me to check these shelves.
Sorry, I don't really know.
No worries. I'll find him. You know, you look like the type who'd enjoy his books. Not to judge you by your cover. Need a strong stomach, though. Messed up shit.
I hate to admit it, this stranger has captured my interest.
How messed up are we talking?
Well, his first book describes dressing up corpses, taking them to dinner. Goal is to not get caught out. Mad, right?
Oh.
Like something out of that American movie. Weekend with Bernard? Or something like that. Second book goes nuts. Main character fills the school classroom with bodies, all dressed up as students.
Ooh.
Runs lectures and records them, puts them online.
Ooh.
Best part? No one can figure out if these books are fiction. Internet says Nobel Sinclair actually did these things. Says he's doing time now, writing these books as a confession.
Interesting.
Right? It's deranged. Makes for a good bedtime reading.
Huh.
You a noise? Well, of course you are.
Yeah. You?
Yeah, at Koji. Add me if you like. We can talk shop.
Sorry, that's just a funny username.
I'm gonna find Obel. Wish me luck.
Although someone just glanced back at me, the man walks away. I try to turn to my reading, but the whole conversation just replays in my head. What a bizarre encounter. Maybe I'll just head home for today. Being here has helped me calm down, but I'm so eagerly anticipating the fate of my victim. So I have to admit that I am growing a little bit hungry. Maybe onigiri or rice ball from the convenience store will tide me over until tomorrow. I gather my things just end up letting out a little whew as I stretch my muscles. There it is. As I head toward the sliding doors of the library, a little alert sounds from my phone. This is it. My phone is in my hands. In less than a second, the screen unlocked and the obituary page loading before my eyes. Article posted online today, 2:39 p.m. Keywords found: 3 Mr. Exit DeMarco. Data range 2030. Image found, yes. Saturday, May 30th. Mr. Eiichi Hanada, 22 of Tokyo Prefecture, was pronounced dead this afternoon at a trafficked intersection, 12:02 p.m. Coroner's office reports that Mr. Hanada was involved in a traffic accident. No other casualties have been reported. Mr. Hanada is survived by his fiancée, who wishes to remain anonymous. A funeral service has not yet been arranged. View image attachment. Quickly load the image attachment. Can't believe my eyes. The photo is the exact same one that was sent to me through the Corpse Girl's website. There can be absolutely no doubt that this is my latest victim. I've done it again. My breathing starts to quicken. My cheeks begin to grow hot. I know from experience that if I don't get somewhere perfect and quickly, I may make a fool of myself in public. I quickly glance around the library as if he's hiding, pointing to a restroom. As soon as my eyes settle on it, I dash toward a sword between bookshelves and through narrow aisles. There's one door for a unisex bathroom and an unremarkably beige portal. Also, my thighs are tightening and I squirm as I reach for the door. My hand grasps the cool metal handle and presses down only to be met with immovable resistance. It's locked. There's a sign on the door. I noticed that I completely ignored in my haste. Closed for cleaning.
Shit.
I curse despite my best efforts to keep a low profile. My head turns frantically, looking for anywhere that I can sit down and remain out of sight while my body reacts erratically to my latest success.
Oh, you busted?
What the? This guy again.
I need to use the restroom.
I hope he can't tell that the expression on my face is not one of desperation to use the facilities.
On it.
To my surprise, Kojiro strides up the restroom door and begins to slam his fist against it.
Cleaning time is over. Get out of there.
I hear a panicked yelp from within. Kojiro's commanding voice was more than a little intimidating. Within seconds, a terrified old woman emerges. She wheels her clinging trolley around us, bows quickly and disappears from sight.
All yours. About to hold it.
Thanks.
I don't know why. I feel like he knows. I dash past Kojiro, unable to believe what is happening here. I slam the door behind me and slip into a cubicle. As soon as I sit atop the toilet's closed lid, my legs begin to shake out of control, and I have to lean back to steady myself. Ichi Hanada's head killed in a traffic accident. That could mean anything, but I'm willing to bet that I caused his death. After seeing that photo of his dismembered corpse, he might have purposely crashed his car. Perhaps someone else ran into his vehicle intent on murdering him on behalf of the corpse girl. I also don't know how my power works. I don't know why those victims end up dead. But the cause of death ultimately doesn't matter. What matters is the corpse girl is victorious once more. I find myself panting, squirming, struggling to restrain myself. My vision follows, my knuckles clench, and with barely a fanfare, I begin to cool down all of a sudden. Just like that, the overwhelming urge to explode simply flutters away. Huh? My breathing regulates, my legs solidify and rest firmly on the ground. This experience was nearly as staggering as last time. Maybe because I was so confident that this victim would die, my body already prepared itself for it. Have I already become desensitized to my ability to will death itself? I won't pretend that I'm not disappointed. That exhilarating feeling I experienced last time, the complete and utter loss of control, it was addicting. I craved experiencing it again. Still, I need to remind myself that the most important thing, I fulfilled the request issued to Corpse Girl. That's 2 new victories in a row, 2 victories in a single week. As long as requests keep coming in, I can keep achieving my goals. I can do this. Full of confidence and feeling steady once more, I exit the cubicle. Sorry. I'm leaving the bathroom. That strange man Kojiro was waiting for me at the end of the aisle.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for, you know, I really needed the bathroom.
Of course. Been there. Gotta go when you gotta go. Look what I found.
Kojiro holds up a book with a plain black cover.
Bill Sinclair's latest. Dazed by the Dead. It's a ripper.
Oh, what's that one about?
Falling in love with the dead. Read it already last year. Time for another go. Oh, here.
Kojiro hands another book to me. This one with a brown cover and illustration on the front depicts a field of flowers.
What's this?
Sinclair's first ever published work. Strange Flower. Title's nonsense. This is the one where he puts corpses in suits, treats them to meals at fancy restaurants. Loaned it out under my name. He'd take it. Return it before the due date. Can't risk getting fined.
Oh, well, thank you. I'll be sure to read it.
Sure. Send me your thoughts and noise. Right. Be seeing you.
A brief wave of his hand and he disappears behind the closest shelves. I can't really get over how peculiar he is, but he certainly is making an effort to be friendly. I turn the heavy book over my hands and look inside the front cover for publication date. It's actually not that old, definitely not as old as the fiction I normally consume. I shrug and hoist the bulky tome underneath my arm, then make for the library's exit. While this one is a little shorter than the previous one, that was mainly because of this. I had a lot of time. I don't have as much time right now, but oh, it's fun to finally realize that all these voices that I should have been recognizing. The fact that it took Alex Lee to realize, hey, to actually look up the voices and be like, oh, I recognize all of them. I should have recognized all of them. I'm sorry, Erica, that I didn't recognize you sooner. And Brianna, I'm sorry I didn't recognize you either. I'm sorry. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, subscribe to the video. See you next time. Bye-bye.